Congratulations to the Blaine Bengals. Such a good season for them. They come out with the third place finish. Not the finish they wanted, but still a very good performance for Blaine in front of the entire state of Minnesota. Last week, after they beat Maple Grove in the section final, the Blaine Bengals came into studio here at North Metro TV to join myself along with John Hadden for a conversation on their success this season.
We'd now like to welcome representatives from the Blaine Boys Hockey team going to the state tournament for the 12th year. Let's introduce them from left to right. We've got 5 of them here. Bryce Brodzinski, Will Hillman, Joe Daninger, Nick Hauck, and Carsen Richels. Gentlemen, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Let's just get going right into it. Big win to go to state again. Bryce, take me through the emotions after the victory over Maple Grove.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. Obviously, you know, that was our first section final for all of us on that team, and especially playing against a team like Maple Grove that beat us the last 2 years. It was you know, it was a fun night. It was an emotional night with you know, us wanting to beat Maple Grove so bad, and we were lucky to come out on top.
In that game, you had one of the goals. You tied the game. The feed came from from Cole Hansen. And now I know Cole gets this question a lot, and we ask him about you, and we ask him about Carsen and what it's like to play with you guys. But what has it been like to play with Cole this season on your top line?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, me, him, and Carsen, we all work together pretty well, and you know, just our friendship off the ice has helped out on the ice a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really fun watching you guys all season long. You guys have been great offensively, especially on the power play. Will, I know you're on that unit. Why are you guys? I mean, you finished regular season like 40% on the power play. Why is that unit so strong?
You know, we always know we're going to be where we are in the ice, and guys just know where people are going to be. And Brodzy and Richels play a big part in that, and Hauckey getting pucks to them. I'm just there in front, ready to bang home a rebound.
Will, we do focus, us and a lot of folks focus a lot on that top line, and they've done a ton of scoring, but you're one of the representatives from the other lines. Do you feel overlooked, or do you guys just take that in stride and know that you got your own jobs to do on the other lines?
No, not at all. You know, we got our role, and we know what we're going to play, and I feel like their other team is focused on stopping Bryce's line, and we're just go out there and see what we can do against their second line.
Well, and I think Carsen mentioned it after the win against Maple Grove. You said, like, our third line could be top line for a lot of teams in the state. And so, like, I just think that speaks volumes to your team. And so, like, what's it like when you got such depth, you know?
Doesn't allow a lot of teams to match lines with us, because if our third line's as good as their first line, then it doesn't help them matching with our top line, because then our third line's going to go out there and have a good game.
Let's stick with Carsen here. You guys fall behind early against Maple Grove. I mean, right away, blink of the eye. What was going through your mind? What was the conversation like on the bench after that happened?
We kind of just had to shake it off and not let it get to us, because if that would have got to us, then it could have been an ugly one 17 seconds in. So I think Joe obviously had to be the biggest one to let that one go and then play like he did the rest of the game, which was unbelievable.
Yeah, what was that moment like, Joe? I mean, tough, right? Like, you've been one of the best goaltenders in the state all year, and then you come into maybe the biggest game of your high school career, and then we give up an early goal. What's going through your head?
A lot of the times I feel like it would be really rattling to a lot of people. It would get them nervous, but for us, I knew these guys would get a few back for us, and all I had to do was make saves the rest of the game, so it wasn't too bad.
You get a lot of practice making saves against some really talented guys. Who do you like facing least of these two on the end here?
Neither of them. I'm not taking either of them. They're both unbelievable.
How much have they made, and the whole team, made you better throughout your career just working against? Because you're facing some of the better players in the state every day in practice.
It's crazy. Every day in practice, these guys are unbelievable. The drills we do, it's hard. They make life really difficult. So by competing against them, all our first 3 lines every single day, it makes me a lot better. So.
Well, I was going to say, Nick, you being a defender, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got to go up against these guys too.
Yeah.
How's that influence your game?
It helps me a lot, because most of the players I'll go against in the game are not as good as the players I play in practice.
Different.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we practice every day. The games are a lot easier having these two, and Hillman too on the ice.
Nick, when you were going into that Maple Grove game, the section championship, these are two teams that have been scoring almost at will, it seems like.
Yep.
Did you feel like it was going to be one of those games, or did you think it would be the defensive struggle that it came out to be?
I kind of knew it'd be a defensive struggle. Just really I mean, what we both ended up with, we gave up, was it 2 goals?
Less than that.
Yeah.
Goal and a half.
Going into that game, and they gave up how many? 2
About
again?
2 as well.
So, I mean, we knew it was going to be a defensive game, and as long as we just stuck to our base, it would turn out good.
It seems like you do a lot of work on special teams, and these guys already commented on what you do on the offensive end. I mean, how much ice time are you out there, and how do you maintain yourself throughout the game, being in so many big situations?
I just go out and play my hardest and hope that I take care of that in practice, right? So I'm good for the games.
Yeah. So yeah, part of the celebration here and the laughter, you guys like to keep it loose on the ice, right? Like celebrations are pretty fun to see. So who's got the best celly out of on the squad?
It's definitely Joey. Joey's
Joey's
the loosest guy I've ever met in my life. Like, we had a big game coming. Who were we playing?
Andover.
We were playing Andover, like second-ranked team in the state, and I look over and he's eating a bag of Cheetos in the stall. like loosest guy you can find. Like, nothing will get in his head.
And
So,
you guys
definitely
killed
him.
Andover too.
Yeah, it was like 8-2.
Yeah.
I don't know,
that's
man.
crazy.
Your celly against Centennial, that was pretty
yeah.
good.
That was an all-timer.
That was an
At
all-timer.
Centennial?
No, the sections game.
When
I scored
ran
and
over the boards.
then I forgot how to skate.
Oh, you crashed it? Oh, yeah, that was that celly of the year, yeah. Wow. Funny.
Gentlemen, what are some of the things that, and we just start this end and go through. I mean, you mentioned the Cheetos, and I'm sure you'll never forget that, but what are some other moments, perhaps, that you'll remember from this season?
I mean, it's just, the everyday shenanigans at practice, whether it's, we have extra time at the end of practice and we're shooting pucks and selling into the student sections that's not there, or where we're all hitting each other after practice, seeing who can knock each other down, just a little stuff like that I'll never forget.
I could tell that you guys had practiced that celebration with the students because it looked real good against Maple Grove. Will, for you?
I gotta say, just the last final seconds at First Maple Grove, just being able with my brothers and being able to celebrate going to state with those guys, it's pretty special.
For me, I think it's the biggest thing that we've created all the way up to this through Bantams, just growing up with each other, and then our compete every single day is just something that you won't forget.
Sure. Nick?
For me, again, it's got to be the last few seconds, that last shift against Maple Grove. It was a great feeling that I'll probably never get unless we win a state championship.
Carson?
Yeah, I'm with Joey on building up from Pee-wees up until high school and all being together for that. That's cool.
All right, we're going to snake back. I got one more question. It's going to be the same one roughly for you guys. Next year, I mean, most of you are headed off somewhere new. Carson, you're around one more season. I know you've poured everything into this year, but when you look ahead to next season, do you feel like the program is going to continue on the highs that it's been riding?
Yeah, for sure. I think we have a lot of guys coming back this year. We have a lot of juniors on our team, and I think we'll give it a good run next year too.
And Nick, what are you looking at next year?
Next year, I'm not really sure exactly what my plan is yet. If I go to college, I'm going to go to be a pilot at Mankato.
Okay.
Or I might go play juniors. I'm not decided yet.
Sure. Joe?
I'm in the same page as Hauck. If I don't continue to play hockey, I'm going to be attending Alexandria Tech for carpentry, and or I might play juniors.
I'm just going to play junior hockey next year. I'm either going to go to Bismarck or hopefully somewhere in the USHL.
Sure. And Bryce?
I'll either be with the Omaha Lancers in the USHL or at the U.
Sure. Well, it's been a pleasure to watch all of you guys, and thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, the Blaine Bengals had to get back to their homework, but we thank them again for joining us on set here. A lot of fun and great to be around such talented athletes. So their season has come to a close, but one more piece of business needs to be discussed, and that's the Mr. Hockey Award. And that goes to our very own Bryce Brodzinski. He wins the most prolific award for any athlete in the state of Minnesota. He is your 2018-2019 Mr. Hockey Award winner. Just look at the numbers. He was second in the state in scoring. He led the Bengals in scoring, led the Bengals in assists, second on the team in goals. His section tournament was great. His state tournament was great, and all his hard work paying off. So congrats to Bryce Brodzinski as he wins Mr. Hockey.